at the hotel. Be uptight, we're relaxed, we're comfortable, we're Maryland. You see Russ Edwards and Brian Kopka, our punter and our kicker.
What time does this take? Danny Rocco right there? What time does this take place? 8 o'clock?
Well, it depends on the start of the game. It all is dictated by the start of the game. Here, John, this is at 9:30. Eric Kelly, there's Pete Timmins and Bob Hefner, our tackles and tight ends coach, talking over some punt adjustments, I think. Coach Uslack and the offensive line.
As you can see, the fans getting into it. The pregame activities there on the field at Byrd Stadium as Maryland goes after the Deacons of Wake Forest.
You know, right from the get-go, we stuffed their run, John, and we are a very good run defense. You can see Pete Timmins and Eric Barton continuing to play well. Here's another 3rd and long, which is an area we need to make improvement in on defense. If there's one area we need to improve on, and Rasheed Simmons coming and pressuring and harassing the quarterback, forcing a quicker throw, good coverage out there, and allows us to get the ball back. And here again, our run defense, led by Eric Barton, Kendall Ogle, Peter Timmins, really physical. Delbert Cossett, Paul Jackson in on that hit, and Aaron Thompson. Of course, Paul's from Bishop McNamara. And then on a critical 3rd and 7, Eric Barton.
Conference here at Kuklik, you get to him quite a lot.
Yeah, we sacked him 4 times. Here's a nice sack by Chris Jenkins, who's really starting to emerge as one of the better defensive linemen in the ACC. And just a sophomore, just another of the many young players that are making an impact on our team. And then here, Kuklik tries to break, contain, and we do a nice job containing him and getting a sack by Kendall Ogle and Delbert Cossett, who continues to be a force, pressuring upfield.
And you talked about Peter Timmins, the kind of game he had. Watch this next play coming up.
Yeah, he's going to really force the fumble and recover the fumble all in the same play here. And Pete Timmins, the last 2 weeks, John's played as well as any defensive end in the conference. And Pete has another year left, and I'm excited about the future. We just moved him to defensive end from fullback a year ago, and boy, has he had an impact.
10 tackles against Wake Forest.
Here's Killer, and did a great job in our pass defense. And here's Pete Timmins with great penetration and another 4-yard loss. Pete had 2 sacks for the day, double digits in tackles, and had 2 other tackles for loss, caused a fumble, recovered a fumble. Staten Island, New York.
Pretty good day at the office.
Yeah, and we were so much better on 3rd down in that second half. As you can see there, that's Paul Jackson. Bishop McNamara High School, a nice break on that ball, and good pressure off the edge from Paul Jackson in there. And the defense was very, very stingy, particularly versus the run. We get a break here with a bad snap. We end up sacking the quarterback, and Pete Timmins again setting up great field position. That I think leads to that last interception that kind of stifled our hopes of coming back and finishing this thing off. And
to try to get you back in this thing. And
another sack by Pete Timmins.
Well, it was a tough one as you. We are back at the Ron Vanderlinden Show. Coach, no campus in the country has as much to offer as the University of Maryland. Look at this beautiful site down there.
You know, John, when I came to interview here at Maryland, I was very fortunate to have 4 schools contact me in a 5-day period of time. And when I came to Maryland, I was blown away at how beautiful this campus is. Right now we're sitting on the mall area, and you walk from one end of campus to the other in 15 minutes. There's only 24,000 undergraduate students here in Maryland. It is a gorgeous campus, and Maryland has done a great job through the years of keeping the identity and the beauty of this campus intact. Whether a building was built 30 years ago or 5 years ago, you can't tell the difference. Beautiful pillars. It has a real southern feel to it, and you can see here we are in the middle of October and it's 70 degrees. Still
nice.
And
you got the short sleeve shirt on.
Yeah, it's just a great place. Coming from the cold Midwest, I love it here at Maryland.
I tell you somebody else who loves it, Coach, and the kind of job he's done for you is outstanding. That's Peter Timmins.
Pete Timmins from Staten Island, New York. Maryland has done very well attracting players from New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Pete Timmins lacked a little identity when we arrived. He didn't really know where he fit in on our team. We asked him to play fullback a year ago just to give us a chance to express our offense. He asked to go back to defense this spring, and we needed a defensive end. We moved Pete back there, and I am really impressed at how well he's taken to defensive end. And Pete, these last 2 games, has played, like I mentioned earlier, as well as any defensive end in the country. Last 2 weeks, he's had 22 tackles, 2 sacks, several tackles for loss, forced fumbles, caused fumbles, and really is asserting himself, and will only get better, John. He, too, will be back again next year.
And we caught up with Peter after the Wake Forest game on the field at Byrd Stadium.
Thanks, Johnny. We're here with Peter Timmins. Pete, the defense did a great job shutting down the run of Wake Forest today.
Yeah, we knew Wake Forest had a good offense. We had to come out and, we had a challenge on our hands. We knew we stopped the run. We made some pass adjustments early on this week because we knew they had a very good receiving core. But if we knew we came out and stopped the run, that they were going to pass the ball. We got to come up with bigger plays on 3rd down.
In the second half, coming out of halftime, the defense did a much better job on the pass. What the adjustments were made from Coach Randall at halftime?
Well, we knew we can stop the run, and stopping the run wasn't really the problem. It was more of the passing game. So second half, we made some adjustments and dropped some more people back, got some underneath coverage. So they were able, we were able to get some pressure, and they were just throwing the ball right where we want to be.
The defense did a great job in the second half, sparking the offense and the comeback.
Well, yeah, it works both ways. Offense sparks the defense, and defense sparks the offense. So, we knew at halftime that we can go in and I know we can score on this team. But, one feeds off the other. So that's what happened in the second half, and, obviously we're moving the ball. So
next weekend you're off, you have a bye, an extra week of preparation for the Georgia Tech game. How's that going to affect the team?
Well, we need this week off. When the season's far from over, we have, 4 more games left. So we're going to take this week and a half and get ourselves healthy and heal up some injuries that we have and just come back and finish out the season strong. The season's not over yet, and still got a lot of football left.
All right, good luck against Georgia Tech.
Thanks.
End of the day on defense, Pete does a great job feeling the swing out from the tailback. Times it perfectly. Pete's a very good athlete. He was a fullback for us a year ago, John, and he's just now really starting to come into his own. Has had 4 outstanding defensive end games in a row. And one of the good stories about the youth and what we have coming back for next year.
And Timmins really gave the Terps a big emotional lift, and here it is again from a different angle. And look at him run with that football.
Yeah, Pete's got some quicks to him. Very athletic. Staten Island, New York. Pete Timmins. His father has a great restaurant there, and I'm saying, Pete, great job, love you, put the ball away. Put that ball away,
That's
Pete.
Right, don't show him the ball.
Aaron Thompson, Mount St.